Hey people! Welcome to my channel. I'm Annalisa, and this reading is going to be looking into you and them, what's going on in the kind of feels, how they feel about you, and how they feel about the connection, what's going on in their world generally, and I look at kind of where it's headed on the current trajectory, what we're looking at. So, let's see, 4 piles to choose from. I've got a new deck, number 1, the Wildwood Tarot. This is really nice, raw, wild. I've got raw quartz here that I've picked up from the mountains. So, Wildwood Tarot. We've got the Shadowscapes Tarot. This is very beautiful and graceful. I've got the Amethyst. It's quite poetic, this one. Number 3 is the Cosmic Tarot. It's kind of camp, so I've got Peacock Ore. And then number 4 is the Morgan Greer Tarot. This is the tarot I learnt on. I've got clear quartz. It's very clear and precise. And so, pick what you want and we'll do a little spread to see what's going on. Okay, I haven't recorded like this before, but I am just mixing things up because that's what I like to do, keep things fresh. So let's just give an extra little shuffle. This deck, I love this deck. I'm fairly new with it. I may pause to just take things in because it's very rich in its symbolism and imagery. And there's always this time to get acquainted with a new tarot deck. And yeah, I learnt with very traditional tarot to get the kind of clarity and the real the base of where tarot is coming from. Amazing tool for understanding life's journey, the process. It's all about the journey and the understanding the stages of the journey. So this one takes things to a slightly different place when you have some new kind of new insights through the images and the energy from the decks. I really like this deck. It feels very connected to the land that I'm in the UK and England. Who's this? King of Cups popping out there. Say hello. Oh, the King of Eels in this deck. Alright. Let's see. You might not see all of the cards, but I will show you them as we go. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the 9 of Bows, respect. Okay, that's the theme. Let's see what we've got going on with you guys. So there's going to be a you and a them, and you can mix those round. So if the them resonates more with you, then you be the them and then be the you. Okay, let's have a look. First of all, you, where you're at generally. 7 of Arrows, insecurity. So you can see straight away this is someone who is not feeling confident in themselves, who may be feeling attacked, feeling persecuted, feeling, this could be that by themselves, their own self-persecution, or it could be how they feel others are behaving towards them. It's a little bit dramatic, like with this card. You can see like the hand on the forehead, it's like, oh, like woe be me, and I'm feeling a little bit like this is kind of a little bit of self-sabotage here, a little bit of this kind of idea the world is against me, or everything's out to get me, everyone's out to get me, and yeah, you may be in a state, or they may be in a state where just feeling like they're not being able to cope, you know, being like sinking into this place of it's like I can't cope with life, it's just too difficult, I just can't deal with these. There's too many arrows. There's too many things coming at me. And I just, it's too much. It's too much, okay? And, you know, on a serious note, it could be feeling pretty down with this. You could be feeling pretty wrapped in your own, like, pity, in your own sense of, like, the self-misery. But I'm just getting the sense that you don't really need to be there. Okay, that's an aside. It's just something for you to check. Do I really need to be in this place? There is, it's important to have some time in this kind of space to realize what these arrows are and watch your behavior, but not to get attached to it, okay? So more quickly shifting it. I know when I was earlier on my kind of spiritual development path, I would go into this place and I would get stuck there for weeks or months, years probably. Maybe that's a bit dramatic, but a while. But now I still go in this place, but I shift it much more quickly. I'm able to transmute it or do something to shift the energy. But I still go there, and I don't think it's invaluable, but it's coming shorter and shorter. And it feels like this process of releasing this habitual pattern that I've learnt either through my ancestors or through my lineage, my DNA, or through my life. And it's a process of overcoming that and shifting that. So you may be in this kind of place right now. How you feel about the connection. We've got the wolf, King of Stones, freaking howling to the moon about it. You love this connection. You are dead on cert that this is something very, very solid for you, something really important for you, something powerful for you. And I feel there's a sense of like wanting to kind of shout out about it, wanting to really express like this is it. This is my place. This is where I belong. This is the surroundings that I feel alive and comfortable in, where I can be in my power, where I can step into my light and be wild and be free. This sets me free, this connection. How you see them, 9 of Stones, tradition. So you see them as someone who is, again, very solid. You see them as someone who has this real strength of character, strength of independence, I feeling this as an internal strength. So no matter what's going on in their exterior, they have this kind of pillar to come back to. They have this place to come back to. And they've got wisdom. They've got insight and wisdom and connection to the world beyond the 3D, the world beyond what we see initially. They have the capacity to extend their vision and connect with that. And yeah, you see them as someone who can hold their demons, who can hold their worries, and who opens their heart, right? This is like this heart expansion, like clearly exposing their heart. And with this guy, he's got his eyes closed as well, and I'm feeling like you see this person as someone who like is heart first, leads with their heart. They're closing their eyes, they're holding all their demons and just leading with their heart and stepping forward, just trusting in this place. And it's something as well, I feel you see that this person has been brought to you by the past, by spirit. I don't like saying that, it doesn't feel right. But you feel like it's something like, with this tradition, your ancestors are guiding you towards something that's part of your history, part of your DNA. And you see them as also being connected to that, being connected to their past and their history. There's something very deep and solid and grounded about this connection and how you see them. For them, where are they at? Page of Vessels, the Otter. They're in a kind of place of innocence. I feel like a heart, childlike innocence, where they're kind of feel a little bit exposed. Like this water, this river feels very kind of big and moving quite quickly. And they're there kind of perched on the edge, ready to leap in, ready to move in this water and swim with this water. But they're a little bit, they're small, right? They just feel small compared to it. And so I think they're in a place of feeling overwhelm, like feeling this love generally towards life generally, feeling like they want to jump into this river of life, but feeling a sense of overwhelm around it. And very observant, like really watching the movement and watching the current and taking their time to really pick their moment. This is someone who may be communicative, and they may be communicative generally or communicative to you, but someone who has message, someone who has something to say and something to share. How do they feel about this connection? Four of Vessels, boredom. This person was like, enough already. Like, I'm here. Like, the cups, like the bowls, they're overflowing. I'm like ready to kind of be here. I've got my party dress on. I've been sitting here for like freaking days, weeks, years, months, whatever, waiting for this party to get started, and it's still not started. Like, I'm just bored. I'm bored of waiting. Doesn't mean they don't want it, right? They're totally ready. They're still here. They're still waiting. They're still like, okay, right, maybe like, I'll give it another 10 minutes. All right, another few hours. All right, I'll see how the rest of the week goes. They're waiting for it. And how they see you, how they feel about you, celebration, the Four of Bows, Four of Wands. So they see you as someone who they can absolutely have fun with, be happy with, celebrate with, have passion with. This is a real sense of connection. This dance with, move with, enjoy their time with you. And they're freaking excited, and that's what I was feeling like. They're waiting for this party to get started because they're like, this is my party, and it's not started yet. So it's quite funny because you're in this like insecure place. You're in this very, very grounded place, but worried, and they're just like, come on, let's go, let's do it. Yeah, let's see what the energy is between you. The Ancestor, okay. This is the Hierophant in the traditional tarot. This is like beating the drum. It's like the calling in. I'm feeling like the calling in of spirit, the calling in of the elements. There's the shaman like bringing in everything together, and that's what's happening here. It feels like everything is just coming together in its own time. This is why we've got the respect card at the bottom of the deck, because you're needing to respect each other. Right, respect that each other are both like feel very strongly about this connection, but just in a different place. Like the you are in the kind of stone energy, right? This like slow, steady, grounded stone energy, and they're like cups and fire. They're like water and fire, like ready to get things moving. So there needs to be this respect for one another of being in the place where you are. And the understanding that the drum is beating, okay? It's coming. Like it's like the before a kind of wrestling match or something. Like when everyone's like, oh, I'm getting the Gladiators. Do you know that TV program from the 80s, Gladiators? And it's like do 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 do. Or whatever it is, they're like singing and beating the drum, like waiting. It's like the build up to the match, build up to the event, and that's kind of what I'm feeling with this card. It's like the build up, what's kind of in the way of you moving forward, or how you could move forward, is the Ace of Vessels. So this is divine love. It's called the waters of life. It's beautiful, right? And this is about emotion and about sharing emotion, allowing emotion to flow and to move. And yeah, drinking from this pool, like being being able to step into this pool and drink from these waters and trust in the currents, like this little delicate little boat. It may feel like very vulnerable to kind of place this little leaf here, but it's the current is moving it, and the water of life is about allowing things to flow. So it feels like there may be some block in the emotional flow, and it needs like to be undammed, right? It needs to kind of release for things to move forward. Okay, it might not be time for that, right? It doesn't mean you have to do this now. This is just like, in order for things to move forward, there needs to be an unblocking of emotion. I feel more on your side, honestly, because they're pretty much in this place of, you know, flowing, and they're impatient, but they're ready to go. But you're kind of stuck in this insecurity, and you're very in this kind of like stone energy. If you want this to move forward now, then it's time for the emotion. And it's interesting, this is the stone and the water together, right? It's the combination of the elements. So like a bit of their element, a bit of your element together will get things flowing. And then we have where you're moving towards, Seven of Bows, clearance. Okay, this feels like, in order for the kind of passion, this fire, this celebration, right, there needs to be a kind of a shedding, like stripping things back and chopping things down. Clearance, it feels like clearing the air, clearing the space, like cutting out the dead wood, cutting out things that don't belong there. And yeah, I feel like this this fire is coming, right? It's like the smoke signals. It's kind of in the air, in the ether, that there's this passion that's developing between you. But what's going to happen first is this clearance and these clearing. And it's interesting, the Seven of Arrows and the Seven of Bows with you, I feel like it's this clearing of insecurity, and maybe this clearing of their kind of impatience or whatever. It's like you need to release those kind of emotions or fears or worries. And this is also traditionally, the Seven of Wands is about defense. It's about standing up for what you believe in, standing up for yourself, standing up for this connection. And that's what I feel like you're moving towards, like taking a stand, like the two of you taking a stand for this and making this something that is alive, more alive, okay, into this Nine of Bows, this respect for one another, respect for the connection. And again, I mean, this almost feels more like Seven of Wands energy for me, because he's really like guarding this space, guarding this passion, guarding the fires here. You know, like keeping an eye out, keeping a lookout, and really holding the space for this. Let's go a little bit into the journey here. We've got the Stag. This is number 8. It's traditionally the Strength card. It's not in this deck. I can't remember what it is. But again, it's this stance, this like warlike pose. I mean, if you look at these, it's like this real kind of warrior energy, this real strong standing, holding this place. Again, this is more like a shield here. Again, it's like this protection, heart protection. So it feels at the moment there may be kind of an over-guardedness, an over-protection individually, and it's moving into a space to guard the connection together. Because these are independent, you know, on their own, right? On their own. Let's see where we're going. Page of Bows, messages of passion, of creation, wanting to share ideas, inspiration, information, and creativity, expressing creativity and possibility. Like this is what's going to kind of flow, I think, when the emotion starts flowing. It's like the possibilities and the ideas and the potential for this. But yeah, there's conflict. Five of Bows and the Five of Arrows. yeah, again, like I'm just feeling there's all the like this kind of fighty kind of cards coming out. Like there's this kind of tension and passion, and it's like it all needs to be released. It all needs to be expressed, and allow it to kind of fly. It may feel like this connection is under threat somehow. That this relationship is vulnerable. And there's a need to really look after it. Look after it. We've got the wheel, you know, the tide's turning, and actually with this I'm really feeling this kind of stillness. This coming into a place of stillness, this shifting into a time of, like, look at that water, like still water. Still, clear, calm water. After all this like fighting energy, this air and fire, like just like flying around, coming into a place of peace. Okay, that's what I feel is coming up with this connection. Let me get just a couple of little messages from them. What do they want you to know? You are beautiful. Yes, you are. What else do they want you to know? I need time to heal, and I'm sad. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm feeling here. It's like, kind of disappointment, you know, as well, underneath this, like, boredom. That they're unable to kind of sit and wait. They're unable to be, almost be without you. You know, they're really craving you, and it's they're needing to find this space of this joy and happiness they see with you, and this is where they kind of feel about the connection. It's like they want this now, and they're finding it hard to stay in the present moment, which is what they're healing, being able to be in the present moment. And let's get some advice cards for you. So this is a kind of example of the kind of readings I do privately. If you want to book a private reading with me, then this is kind of one of the readings I do. This is Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Yeah. This is you, right? The fear of persecution. Speak your truth. Allow your emotion, your feeling out. All right? Anything else? Trusting heaven, Archangel Michael. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. That's what wants to come in, right? Ace of Cups. This is from Spirit. This is a miracle coming in. One more from the Crystal Oracle. Spear of the Guru Mother. This is about focus. Having a very clear intention and moving towards it without giving up. And when you keep your focus, you can create what you want. And this is very much guided as well by Spirit. Like, Spirit's really like asking you, keep focused on your target, keep moving towards it, and you will get there. Okay? Alright, group number 1, thank you very much for joining me. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. You can book a private reading with me below, or I'll see you again another time. And that was really nice reading with this Wildwood Tarot. I really like this deck. So we'll see more of that in the future. Group number 2. Shadow Escapes Tarot. High Priestess, the bottom of the deck, and the Magician. Things are in the ether. The 0 in the tarot, the first 3 cards of the major arcana is the 0, 1 and 2, the Fool, the Magician and the High Priestess. And they're all about the manifestation. It's about things being not in the physical, things being created, heard, understood, manifested. Before they come into reality, the Empress, right? Before the birth is the Empress. The Fool is like this spark of life, this initiation, this the beginning of everything, this risk that consciousness takes. And then, normally, it's the Magician is number 1 and the Priestess number 2, but originally the High Priestess is number 1, which is how it should be, because that's about the hearing, the receiving, the knowing. And then the Magician is about the manifestation, the beginning to create before going into reality. So, something about that for you guys. Let's see what wants to come through. Okay, I'm going to do the spread down here and I'm going to show you, okay, the Magician, straight away, Magician comes out for you. Right, I'm going to put the spread down here and see what comes up. I'm going to show you the cards as we go. Alright, bottom of the deck, the Queen of Wands, a kind of solid passionate, creative connection. This is what's happening now. This is the something being created. This is the energy that I'm feeling generally. It's this ideas, creation, the using of like the putting together of the different elements kind of coming into play. This is also kind of adventurous, bold, and confident energy, okay, overall, for you guys. Right, first of all, so there's a you and a them. You may want to switch it around, so the them is you, and you're the them. So let's start with the you. So the Magician, number 1. So you are in this place I was just talking about, of manifestation, of pulling the ideas, the information, the inspiration together. This is where you are generally in your life. So this may not just be about this connection. It may be about your work life, your family, your career, your home life, can relate to anything, or just generally where you are. You're in a place of gathering the ideas and the inspiration that you have and putting it all together to create what you want. So it may feel like you don't have what you want as such yet, but you are very much in a kind of strong, trusting place that you are creating it, that it is happening. And a belief as well. You really believe you can create what you want. Let's see how you feel about the connection. 8 of Wands. So this is forward moving energy. This is things happening, things being created. So you really want this connection to move forward. You really want to communicate, to connect, to share, to spend time together. You want to plant these seeds. You want this to grow. And you're feeling quite feisty about this. You may be feeling quite urgently you want to express something, quite urgently you want to speak or connect with this person. You may be feeling very lusty, desiring of them. You want to feel them, touch them, be with them physically. But again, it's this like it's kind of a contrast between where you are and what you want to be doing with this connection. It's like you're very much in this ethereal place, mind space, but you're with this connection, you really want it to happen. So although interestingly in this card, she's blowing these into the air. So this may be you're really planting these seeds, moving these seeds together, but it's not visible to that person, right? How you see them, 8 of Cups. You see them as being potentially having left you. or having moved on from something, having left something. They may be feeling a bit down. You feel like they're kind of a bit low, a bit over-emotional, a bit swamped in their feelings. But you see them as someone who wants the best for themselves, someone who is not afraid to let things go in order to get what they really want. This may be why you're feeling this urgency to connect with them, as you feel like they've left, you feel like they've gone, and that they have disappeared, maybe even from this connection, in search of their ninth cup, their self-fulfillment. Let's see what's going on with them. Them generally, 3 of Cups. So this is celebration. They're actually really happy. They are in a kind of place where they may be spending a lot of time with friends, with other people, and just enjoying themselves, enjoying life. And this may be why you're feeling this. You feel like they've left you because they're actually really happy. They're actually just having a really good time, but you maybe don't see that. Either you don't see that, or you're envious of that or upset about that because maybe you want to be there. You want to be their happiness, and they're kind of just getting on with things and enjoying themselves without you. How do they feel about this connection? 7 of Wands. They're very defensive about it. They're really protecting it. They see it as like their baby. They see it as something that belongs to them, something that they really care about, and they may feel like they have to fight for it. They may be feeling like they've got to fend people off or fend something off in order to look after it. This could be their own negativity, their own doubts, their own worries, or it could be an actual person or outside influence or circumstance that's impacting on the connection, and they want to fight it, or they're trying to protect it and trying to look after it. Because how they see you as temperance. They see you as very balanced and harmonious. They see you as someone who is patient, who is kind, who is peaceful, who is potentially in a space of meditation, in a space of healing or taking a breath, or in a quiet place. And this may be true because you are in this kind of quiet energy, this non-physical place. It's like you're not really present in the physical world. And so they see you as in this place. And maybe that's why they're feeling kind of defensive, is because of this non-physical aspect. They're kind of feeling like they need to kind of hold something down in the reality. The connection between you, the 8 of Pentacles. So this is mastery. This is about the web. So in this particular deck, it's like this web that's been woven and has caught the flies. It's a really beautiful image, but the kind of translation, it's like these little flies. The spiders caught all the flies in the web, right? But they're not flies. They're stars. They're diamonds. They're jewels. And the spider can go around and collect up all the beauty that it's caught in its net, right? In its web. So this connection is catching diamonds, has caught diamonds. It's all there. It's come into a very masterful place. Very masterful place. And what's stopping it moving forward, or what to overcome in order to move forward, is Page of Swords, which is communication, which is about dialogue and information. And also about harmonious communication. But this, this can be quite playful energy, playful communication too. And I feel like you're feeling that with this 8 of Wands, because that is about expression, communication. So it does feel like maybe you are going to step forward and say something. You're going to express something, which feels like a good move to make. To develop this connection. Where it's going towards is the 10 of Pentacles. This is a really beautiful card for relationships, because this is something that is well, if you want this kind of relationship, because it is a long-term, solid, foundational relationship. So this connection, going from the 8 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles pretty quickly with a bit of communication, to something that it is very grounded, solid, harmonious. You and your dragon, or you're the dragon, and you get to hang out with your chick, your girl there on your tail, making the sun, like decorating the sun, this warmth, this sunshine, this glory. And 10 of Pentacles is also just this sense of abundance. So this connection has a sense of wealth, of riches, of abundance to it, and that's what you're moving into. Nice stuff. So let's get a little message from them. Oh wait, I'm going to just check under here, the Queen of Wands, see what else is there. Yeah, the Fool, right? The 0, this is what I was saying about the spark. This is the initiation. So this is kind of what's coming up for you guys, is this initiation, which will lead to victory. So if you have any uncertainties about it, take the risk, because you're going to be successful. And yeah, you're going to hold on. We've got the 4 of Pentacles. There is some kind of real sense of wanting to grasp this and hold this connection for both of you. It feels almost kind of greedy, like you don't want to let it go. It's your treasure. It's like my precious. So it's like this ring, you know, you really want to kind of keep for yourself. But clarity of mind, clarity of communication, stepping into this King of Wands energy for both of you. Very, this is almost kind of non-emotional information and connection as well. Clear-sighted clarity, keeping things very smooth. I mean, you guys, you haven't got any kind of real sword energy here, so it's like your minds are actually very pure and clear in this connection. Having said that, 7 of Swords is right there. So overcoming any sense of missing out, being left out, of not having everything, not having what you want. Deceit. It's like, this is kind of the shift, because that kind of energy, that kind of mistrust or hidden, this kind of, like this guy's like hiding down here right behind the swan. It's like, if you're kind of keeping things down in this kind of murky environment, it leads to this 5 of Cups energy, this like loss, this grief, because the connection, like you both feel this sense of preciousness with the connection, and so really valuing it with this clarity and holding on to it. I feel almost like you're guided to kind of be quite greedy with it, greedy with this connection. Yeah, and it's, yeah, you're going to be reaping some kind of rewards and stuff from it. So, yeah, that's the overall energy. Let's get a message from this person for you. I want you to heal. I want you to heal. And I love you. I love you. Let's see, one more. Woo! One more, there we go. Oh, go up in the air. Okay, this means don't worry about the physical reality too much, about what you see. So if you're aware of this person on social media, or do you see them out with people or friends or whatever, don't worry about that. I think this is this kind of about this 3 of Cups energy and this 8 of Cups that you're feeling, is like connect on an energetic level to this person, and you'll feel the solidarity, you'll feel the connection, you'll feel the trust, you'll feel that everything is really knitted together already. There's already this web, strong web there. So really trust that on an energetic level if you're not seeing it in the manifestation. Let's get some advice cards for you. It's too many. Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, stay grounded. Okay, so this may be for you if you're in this magician energy. It's like reconnect to your body, reconnect to the earth, to the ground, to nature. Come down to earth. Okay, this is the advice that's coming in for you. If you want to kind of solidify this connection, you need to kind of come into a sense of the presence, of the reality, of the like physical touch, right? That kind of body, being in your body. And any others? Well, yeah. Sanat Kumara light activation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Okay, so you're already getting the guidance that you need. So just keep following the intuition that you feel in this connection. Okay, so listening, it's like listening to your intuition, but being present physically. Let's see. Okay, daring rebirth. So this, is about not being afraid to be reborn, to change, to be someone different, to come into something different, to be who you are. And I think Spirit knows that this is what you're going through. Spirit knows that you are in this place, and that the birth process can feel very vulnerable and feel quite exposing and uncertain, but to trust that you're protected and you're looked after, because then we've got divine perfection, which is like everything is perfect, everything is happening perfectly, everything that has happened exactly as it's meant to, and trust that you are coming into a place of exactly where you need to be, where you're going to feel safe, feel held, feel loved, and things are going to work out for you. Okay? So thank you so much, group number 2. Sending you so much love and look forward to speaking to you again. This is an example of like a personal reading I can do. So if you want something that's specific to your relationship, you can book me for a personal reading below. Otherwise, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, drop a comment. All that helps me get the channel moving and going so I can keep doing this for you guys. Hi, group number 3. Let's see what we got. What have we got for you guys today and your connection? Alright, I'm going to put the cards out here and then I'll show them to you as we go. So let's see what is going on for you. Oh guys, I've had so many beautiful readings today. Okay, bottom of the deck, 5 of Swords. So I think underlying this whole situation there is this sense of feeling exhausted and tired and kind of completely exposed and vulnerable, and not being able to, almost not having the energy to get up. Yeah, just feeling kind of drained maybe from all the kind of stuff that's happened before, all the things that have happened before. It's like you've been through this real process and you're just, maybe both of you, or this connection feels like, like there's some kind of, I can't do anything about this anymore. I can't control anything. I can't influence the situation, or I'm just I just have to let go. I just have to let go. So let's see what is going on. So there's a you and a them, and you can switch it around if it makes more sense for you. 8 of Wands. This is your energy. This is you who are in a place of action, motion, movement, aligning your thoughts, words, and actions to move forward with passion, with determination, like flying. Like you're flying, okay? It's like you're like really energized to kind of zap through the air and strike what you want, like what you want to achieve. You're really, really, really motivated. This can be with this connection, but it can be with life in general, or with your work, or any kind of area of your life where you just feel like you're absolutely going for it, like bombing at it, diving at it, and nothing's going to hold you back. And it's like you've got nothing, you've got no defenses, you've got nothing on you, you're like just in your pants, just going for it. And if you're flying, right? You're flying. How do you feel about this connection? 9 of Cups. Absolutely satisfying, absolutely fulfilling, like your dream connection. Like you couldn't imagine anything that's more fulfilling or more happy or more nourishing. It's like complete emotional nourishment. And how you see them as like someone who is completely abundant, who is completely full of riches and talent. I mean, this doesn't mean that they're wealthy as such, but just someone who is really connected to their self-worth, their self-reliance, who knows their value, who really knows who they are. This is why you've got this energy, especially if it's related to this connection, because you're just like, they're the bomb, this connection is the bomb, and I'm going for it. Like, this is what I want. Let's see about them. So they're in this like place in between the past and the future. So they're releasing anxieties, worries, and thoughts from the past. And it's like their body is moving forward, but they've still got a mind slightly attached to the past. So it's like they're needing to clear, or they're in the process of clearing the kind of troubles from the past. This could be the 5 of Swords energy could be affecting them. Like they're just like they may have this kind of exhaustion energy, because you don't really seem that tired, right? But they might be feeling this like exhaustion and kind of trying to move on. How do they feel about the connection? This is cool. They've got the 8 of Pentacles. You have the 9 of Pentacles, right? So this is mastery. This is like knowing that this is exactly where they want as well. They're also very, very clear that they want this connection. That this connection is it's what's going to bloom for them. It's like that they may have been working very, very hard for this connection. Like they've put in a lot of effort, and it's like they're starting to see the results. They're starting to see the flowers bloom from all this effort they've been putting in. How they see you. So Queen of Pentacles, like, don't worry about the gender too much. They see you as someone who is stable, someone who is abundant, someone who is dedicated, sincere, who really wants to nourish people or nourish them, nourish this connection, who really wants to care and protect for it. And someone who is maybe very connected to their body, very you may be a Taurus or a Virgo or a Capricorn, like this earthy quality, someone who is very disciplined and practical, organized, who they may see you as someone who's very attractive physically as well. They're just physically drawn to you and to your body. They probably really like your body. Let's see the connection between you. 2 of Cups, guys. Soulmates. This is like a soulmate connection. This is a really deep, beautiful, loving connection. And intimate, it's cosmic, romantic. It's just got this real sense of deep love. You just really have this deep love for one another. What is blocking you is the Hermit. So if there is someone who's like withdrawn or there's some lessons that need to be learned or understood. Something can be blocking it moving forward. And what it's moving into, guys, this is beautiful. Ace of Cups. This is divine connection, divine love, like absolutely overflowing. It's like through each other you connect to a wider ability to love, a wider sense of emotional fulfillment that is just unbelievable, like just absolutely drenched in feeling so happy, so emotionally full. It's beautiful. So it's like maybe this connection itself is in hibernation, has been kind of in hermit mode, but moving through this, coming out of this is like pow. Freaking amazing, guys. Amazing. Let's see, is there anything else in here? So what's coming up? Princess of Cups, like love messages, overcoming fear and truth, like seeing beyond illusion, and then the whole world coming in, everything coming together, all the elements. It's like this completion of this connection. That's what I'm feeling, like this connection is moving to some very divine, solid sense of self. Overcoming past hurts and heartache and broken parts of yourselves into this Ten of Pentacles, this very solid, stable connection, okay? So it's a really beautiful connection moving forward. And let's see a message from them. I miss you, and I want a future with you. And anything else? I know you love me. I know you love me. One more. I know you're upset. Okay, I know you're upset as well. All right, let's see some advice cards for the viewer, please. So, Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. See this rose? It really reminds me of this card here, right? This rose blooming. This heart blooming. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Beautiful. And Hilarion, divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Okay, so that says hermit mode. Maybe this is necessary. You need this to kind of process the heart space. It's alright. And let's get a crystal oracle message too. Sacred pleasure. Nice. This connection is going to bring you so much pleasure. Like physical enjoyment, happiness, celebration. Know that this is all coming for you, okay, with this connection. As soon as this like hibernation period happens, as soon as the kind of these last bits of healing happen, then this is going to bring in so much freaking happiness and joy for you. Yum. Okay, guys, that's great reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is an example of a personal reading I might do for you. So if you feel like you want something that's more specific to your relationship, or you have some other questions, you can book private reading with me below. Otherwise, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, that kind of stuff. All right, speak to you soon. Okay, group number 4. Hi. I'm going to lay the cards out down here. I will show them to you as we go. And what else? I've got a you side and a them side. And you can swap them round. So if one side feels more, if the them feels more like you and the you like them, then you can swap it round. And your them and them is you. Alright, bottom of the deck. Queen of Cups. Emotional maturity. That's what's going on in this connection, alright? Where are you right now? 7 of Pentacles. You potentially have been working very hard, and you at the moment are starting to draw in the benefits of that hard work. So you've been really putting things into, this could be work, literally. You could be have been working on this connection, on yourself, at work, but you're likely very much in a work mentality of doing and creating and making and practicality, physicality. You're in that kind of setting, but you're starting to draw things in. This is the harvest, right? This is reaping what you sow. So you're starting to bring in everything that you've been sowing. I hope it's good. I'm feeling like it's mainly good things, that you're really starting to see the benefits of what you've been bringing in, okay? How do you feel about the connection? The Emperor. You are absolutely all over this connection. It's like solid, it's grounded, you feel stable in it. You may feel like you want to be a leader in it. You may feel like this is your divine counterpart, or you are a divine counterpart within this connection, that you are a leader as well. This is someone who wants to take charge. You may want to take charge of this situation, take charge of this relationship, and move things forward with authority and with clarity and with insight, but from a very balanced place, a very grounded, centered place. Because the Emperor is all of the kings mixed together. He's got the balanced emotion, he's got the clarity of mind, he's got the determination and passion and courage, and he's got the financial, physical presence and grounded earthiness. Okay? So you feel pretty good about this connection. How do you feel about the other person? You think they're a bit emotional right now. You feel like they're a little bit all over the place. And maybe this is why you have a sense of wanting to take charge, is because you feel like they're kind of wobbly and they're like trying to sort things out and understand things for themselves. Where they're at is the death process. So they are going through some kind of process. They're going through some kind of transformation or change, and they are being reborn, essentially. Letting go and shedding old things that weren't relevant, that weren't helpful, that weren't good for them. And needing to really allow, they're really needing to allow for that process to happen. They need to kind of maybe go into this shadow side, into this darker side, to allow themselves to come out. So how they feel about the connection, 9 of Cups. So absolute fulfillment. They feel like this is something really emotionally satisfying, feel really good about it, happy about it, certain about it. They're really confident in this connection. How do they feel about you? They see you as someone who's kind of maybe withdrawn, someone who is contemplating, reflecting, in a kind of healing process yourself. So it's like you're both seeing each other as being in some kind of transformational process. Even though you both feel very strongly about this relationship, about this connection, it's like you're seeing that the other is going through something right now. Between the connection itself, the Page of Rods. So I feel like there are some lessons being learnt, and maybe some spiritual lessons that are being learnt right now. And that you are, there's this kind of passion, this inspiration, this ideas, this spark that's coming in and maybe wants to be communicated. But I feel very much this is about that you're both in a kind of young place, or a childlike place where you're learning or understanding something. All right. What's blocking the connection is the Ace of Cups. So there needs to be a real strong, a stronger sense of connection to spirit with both of you, to the presence of love as a greater whole, that you're not reliant on this connection to feel love or receive love, that you're able to receive it from yourselves, from your life generally, to feel satisfied and happy where you are. And when you allow this in, you're going to start transforming this connection. Where it's headed to is the Hermit, so this place of internal reflection and understanding. So you are both going through lessons, you're both going through transformations, you're learning how to connect to your emotional stability through connecting to divine love and the greater sense of love. What else is coming up for you? The manifestation and making choices. Making choices to overcome the past, overcome the ego, and to become more grateful, and to be more appreciative of what you have, where you are, and let go of what's happened before, or what you think should have happened, or your ideas or expectations, letting go of that loss, mourning. And you're going to have victory over this, okay? You're going to be able to move forward, and you're going to move forward with passion and desire, overcoming your fears and coming into a sense of balance. And then you're going to move into a place of greater fulfillment and stability, okay? And letting go of arguments, fights, disruptions, like words that were critical. And then you're going to come into this sense of strength, abundance, internal security and well-being. You're going to be able to manage your challenges, and then you're going to have this connection, okay? There's a little bit of like work that needs to be done still with this connection. It's not going to manifest instantly, but you're both on the right path, and you both feel very strongly about this relationship, but there's still a process that needs to go on and needs to happen, okay? Let's get a message from them. You mean the world to me. I value our time together. This means even the sad times or difficult times, I value everything that we've been through. I value our experience. I will call soon. Okay? I will call soon. Let's get some advice cards for you. Right. Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. All right. Freya, phases and cycles. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So allowing for these cycles, these processes, these changes. Keep trusting in spirit, trusting in your connection. This is divine connection, quite likely. Allow for that process to happen. Don't worry about the interruptions. Don't worry about the breakdowns or the uncertainties. Keep trusting and keep moving forward with your learning. And let's get a crystal oracle card. Heart healing, right? This is the process right now. Whenever you're going through challenging or difficult heart processes, allow for that space, allow for that time to happen, because that's your heart transforming and changing and expanding to allow for greater compassion and greater awareness. So have patience with yourself or with the other person, and allow for this natural process to occur in its own time. And purification. So remember to detoxify yourself, clear your energy field. Maybe swim in salt water, if you can swim in the sea, or have a bath in salt water. Doing things to clear your energy, going into nature, sweating with exercise, using maybe herbs, essential oils, crystals to clear your energy field as well. Okay? Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want this kind of reading for yourself, for your own connection, you can book that with me below. Otherwise, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, or drop a comment, and I'd love to speak to you again soon. Thank you so much for joining me.